Sky News.
So, Kiran Daurka is an employment lawyer. Very good to see you, Kiran. And obviously maternity leave is what you specialise in. What responsibilities do employers have?
Well, an employer needs to ensure that they comply with the current legislation in place to ensure that they don't treat women unfavourably because they're pregnant or because they're on maternity leave or returning from maternity leave.
Well, you're quite determined on that one, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yes, but because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody's opinion is, whether this is inconvenient or not. This is the law.
Absolutely, it's the law, and it's there to protect all those women who go on maternity leave and want to come back and rejoin the workforce. As we see in the survey, the numbers of women who feel that they are being pushed out or treated badly when they come back is immense, and employers obviously not complying with the duties that they're required to.
You see, some people think it's not just women here. David Wilson has tweeted and he said, some men struggle for promotion or progression too when they have a family due to childcare commitments. Is that something you'd be aware of?
Absolutely, and as I've said before, this is not a women's issue, this is a social issue. This is an issue about how do businesses work around families, and how do we encourage businesses to think creatively and think, well, we're not just thinking 9 to 5, certain core hours at work. We need to think about how families can also accommodate work.
How difficult is it to prove this, though? Because for a lot of people, if it's a clear-cut case where someone's been demoted or something like that has happened that they can prove, but if there's a general feeling that you're being overlooked for things, what would your advice be?
I think women have to be quite calculating in what they do and think about what's the employer doing to me, what was happening to me, what was my career path before I went on maternity leave, and why is that not happening now? Take a note of things that are happening, go and speak to HR, look at the policies on promotion, speak to your bosses and think, well, why am I not being promoted? And then take legal advice if you still think that action is being taken.
Well, you see, a lot of employers will be shouting at the screen and saying the answer is obvious because their work pattern is being interrupted and we need them here all year, not just part of the year. Do you think then, as a result, that must have an effect on women of childbearing age being employed?
Certainly we have found that in the poll, something like 50% of women thought that women younger than them, or employees younger than them, were being promoted because there was this risk that they were going to go off and have children. So yes, I think that it's certainly an issue of women of a certain age.
So Kiran, as regards